I was all set to film my next step in my journaling by fives with a buddy journal. And then the mailman rang my doorbell and left me with a package, and it was my order from JetPens. Okay, all bets are off. When my JetPens order gets here, that is top priority. So I thought I would show you what I got. A lot of these are just replacements for pens that had run out, but some of them are new. I do try to, try some new stuff on occasion. First of all, let me show you the paper stuff, because I might need to use some of these to test the pens, Okay, this was an impulse purchase, I think. This is called the Tidbit Free Cut Memo. It is just a little memo pad, and I am pretty sure I paid quite a bit for this. Well, quite a bit in my world. I think it was $4 something. There it is, $4.45. That's right, I paid nearly $5 for this teeny memo pad, and the reason I did is because I was fascinated by it. Okay, I have a little test sheet to play with. You open it up. It's got a little pocket right here, and I always give Taylor all my stuff to translate, and I haven't done that yet, so I don't know what that says. But it's scored, so it very easily can do that. Okay, now that is genius. I mean, how many of these little memo pads do we buy? And we always do this, and if they're not spiral bound, it's just a problem. So, someone was smart there. But all of these pages, and I forget how many, let me see if it says on my little thing here, 5mm squares, 80 sheets. So there's 80 little sheets. And I'm not really sure if you can see the grid lines or not, which is why I pulled a sheet out and folded it each way. And the thing is, it's perforated, and you can tear out these little 5mm squares. You can tear them out one at a time. Okay, why you would need to do that, I have no idea. But it is just a fascinating option to have. You could just pick one in the middle and just kind of poke it out, because it's perforated. But I could see this actually being handy for, sometimes you scribble a note on something, you only use the bottom part of the sheet of paper and then you rip it in half. Okay, I do that. I do that a lot. Well, this way you can rip it much easier and see how neat it is. Or, you can just tear it into shapes, or you make a hat. I don't know. I don't know what you do with it, but it was fun, and I just treated myself to something fun for no reason. So there's that. Okay, I got 2 more notebooks. I don't think I've ever ordered paper products from JetPens before. Well, except maybe some little like post-it tabs or something. So this was kind of exciting. These, I have had one of these on my mental wish list for quite some time, and it's, I don't know quite how you say it, it's A-P-I-C-A. In my head, I say Apica. It may be Apica. I don't know, but Apica. Apica? I'm not sure. Anyway, A-P-I-C-A. That is the brand of this little notebook. Skinny little thing. Let's see what this says. Okay. Semi B5 is the size. I have no clue what that means. I'm American. We don't do that. I don't know what that is. 6.5mm rule. That I do understand. This has a Paris theme, whatever. I didn't really care. And it doesn't say how many sheets there are, but I'm thinking there were maybe 50 pages, not sheets. Yeah, that feels like 25-ish. So, okay, that's what we'll go with. But the reason that I have been wanting one of these is the paper. And I've read some reviews online. Oh, look, it's stitch bound. Oh, well, it just went up a notch. Y'all, I paid $1.95 for this. Where is it? Yeah, $1.95. it's got, like I said, probably, all right, here, 14, can that be right? 28 pages. Okay, that's just a really weird number of pages to have. Looks like 28 pages. You know, it is not a big notebook, but then again, it's $1.95. You know, this is the size. It says semi B5, whatever that means. And I just discovered that it is stitch bound. So that's pretty cool. That means, you know, I can torture it and it will hold up better than glue bound. Oh man, bad timing. Okay, my battery light's flashing. Hang on. And I think I was trying to say the reason that I first got interested in these was after I was reading reviews on them. People were talking about how smooth the paper is, and they're right. This is just freakishly smooth paper. It's not super thick, you know. It's a, let's see, relatively thin paper, but man, is it smooth. Oh, that's nice. I wish you could feel it, because, yeah, it is nice. So, you know, I mean, it's $1.95. Whatever happens, it was worth the money, because it was very little money. Glad to have this. This one, there's a couple of different kind of these ring notebooks that they have at JetPens, and this one, I chose to try this one first. The other one was a little bit more expensive. So this one is called the Lihit Lab Aqua Drops Twist Ring Notebook, also in the semi B5 size, lined 30 sheets, Fuji purple. Okay, so this one has 30 sheets, and it is, I mean, pretty much whatever paper this is the same, because it's super, super smooth paper. This one's white, this one's a little off-white, and okay, I know this opens because that's why I bought it. You know, it's like a spiral notebook, but you can see there's a little hinge right here. This comes open so that you don't have to tear sheets out. You can remove them neatly, or you can add sheets, which I'm thinking this might make a really cool junk journal type situation. I didn't buy the hole punch. There's a little hole puncher they have at JetPens that you can buy that will punch these kinds of holes just right for this. It's maybe $10 or $11. You know, it's not bad. So if I like the notebook, I might do that and then play with adding different papers and things to it. And when I got it, I didn't have my computer, you know, right in front of me, and I couldn't figure out how to open it. You know, I'm thinking, you know, like a 3-ring binder, there should be the thing. Okay, there's nothing. I pulled on them, there's nothing. Well, written on each page, in this corner and this corner, it says pull open, pull open. Okay? So I was pulling like this. It was not opening. It took me a little while to figure out that it meant to hold it where that says pull open and then kind of pull, you know, diagonally, and it just comes right open. So yeah, I was making it really hard, and it's super simple. And then the pages come out, and then you can put them back in wrong. There we go. Put them back in, and then to close, I guess you just, yeah, they kind of make a little snapping sound. You just snap them closed. And there you have it. You want to see that again? But it opens. I mean, I'm just barely tugging in that diagonal direction, and it opens. So let's test it and see if it might accidentally come open when we don't want it to. That would be a no. As long as you're pulling straight out, it does not open at all. But just the slightest little diagonal pull, and it pops right open. That's really fun. Okay, so this little guy, 30 very smooth sheets in the semi B5 whatever. This one was $6.75. So considerably more than that last one, but you are paying for the super awesome little thing here. So we'll see how that goes. Now, what shall we start with? Let's start with this. Let's start down here. This is totally something I did not need and couldn't resist buying. This is a ceramic pen cutter from Otto, O-H-T-O. They make really great feud pens. This one was $4.15, and it is plastic body, plastic thing here, and barely sticking out the end of that plastic, which you probably can't see because I can't see, is a tiny little ceramic blade. Let's see how that blade works. It works. I didn't really put any pressure hardly at all on it because I'm not really sure. Am I supposed to? That one I pressed down. That one. Okay, this cut's really good. Now, how long is it going to last before that tiny little blade gets dull or breaks off? I don't know, but I'll let you know. I don't think this is something I'd really use every day, but you know what this would be good for? Traveling, especially if you're flying. I'm willing to bet you could get on an airplane with that and they wouldn't know because it looks like a pen. There's nothing metal in it. It's ceramic. Okay, let's just say that's a this is good for travel. Okay. All right. Next, I buy these every time I order because I love these pens. Let me get a little test page opened up here in my new notebook. Oh, this is called the Pentel. I got several Pentel on here, so let me find it. It's a sign pen. There it is. Pentel sign pen, fine point, black, $1.45. It has one of those kind of not really hard, not really soft nibs. It's a weird, I don't know, nylon nib. I'm not really sure. But for $1.45, this is just a great little, almost like a felt tip pen, but not really. So every time I order, I pick at least one of these up. They're cheap, they're decent. These, I've used this size before, and it ran out, so I got the bigger one along with my replacement. And this is called the Pentel Tough Name Oil-Based Marker Pen, the fine point and the bold point. The fine point was $2.45. The bold point was $3.30. Crossing those off. And what I love about these is that they are oil-based, so they'll write on pretty much anything. You know, once you have to give them a second to dry, and then they don't smear. They're good. Oh, this is nice. It smells really good. It smells really toxic, but that smells good to me. Good pens. So yeah, I like these for just a good permanent marker type situation, but I draw with them. They're not, I don't use them utilitarian-ish like I would a Sharpie. I give all my Japanese packaging to Taylor so she can practice translating. All right. Oh, I was low on white gel pens. So my favorite of these gel pens is the Signo Angelic, this one. And I don't think I have anything dark to write on. Surely I do. Look, there's a little scrap. It's glossy. That might cause a problem, but we'll see. Okay, that's not the Angelic. Here it is. This one is my favorite. It's made by the same, you know, Uniball, Signo, these that everyone uses, but it's a I think it's 0.8 millimeter, no, 0.7 millimeter where this is a 1.0. So this one I prefer. It's just not quite as bold, and it always, there we go. I've never had any problems with it skipping and doing weird things. So Uniball Signo Angelic. How much was it? $2. These are not expensive as a general rule. This is the typical one that most of us use, the Uniball Signo Broad 1.0. Bolder line. And then this one is just your typical cheap Jelly Roll white. It has a 0.4 millimeter tip, and it's $1.40. That's why I like to get a variety, because they have different size nibs. And there's that one. I've got a 1.0, a 0.7, a 0.4. This one I don't think I have tried before. This is the Pentel Hybrid, and this is a 0.8 millimeter, and it was $2.20. And there we go. So I have just a variety of different sizes of white gel pens, and they're all pretty good. Or, you know, this one seems to be. I'm sure it will be because I like the regular pen. Since I've talked about it, this is the one that I get. It's the, it's called the Hybrid Technica. Pentel Hybrid Technica. Not just the plain hybrid, but the Hybrid Technica. I can't see it on my list. Pentel Hybrid Technica gel ink. I like the 0.3 millimeter. It's really small. It's kind of like writing with a human hair. And that's what I like, just for my regular writing, you know, not a drawing pen or anything. They're hard to find. At least they are here locally. The office supplies and discount stores and Walmart and all those places generally don't carry the Hybrid Technica. The only place I've been able to get it consistently is at Texas Art, and they're expensive there. So, grab me a couple. Now, this one is new. I just thought I would give it a try. It's called the Teranishi Magic Ink Name Marker. It was $2, fine point, black of course, and it is another oil-based permanent writes on everything marker. So, giving that a try, and I won't open this because it's just a white paint pen, bullet tip, Posca. These are consistently good paint pens and not expensive. That one was $2.65. Next we have, this is a Zig Mangaka Flexible Medium Water-Based Pigment. Smudge proof with alcohol-based markers or watercolor. If it's water-based, how can it be smudge-proof with watercolor? I don't know. Anyway, I got this to try. I've not tried one of these. It was $2, and oh, is it like a brush? Oh, well, that's a very different feeling. Okay, can you tell that when I press down harder, this nib is flexible. Not as flexible as a brush nib, but it's kind of rubbery. I can feel the give. Okay, that's going to be fun. I kind of like that. Now, oh, this one, I've bought this one before too, and I usually pick it up at the Fit store, our Japanese dollar store here in town. This is it's called a Zebra Craft Star, 0.7 millimeter, and it is another one of those Let's see. Marks, okay. Will not bleed through paper. After dry ink, marks opaque and waterproof. Oh, bless their hearts. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's like a paint pen. I have another one of these, and I have just about used it up. And how much did I say it was? $2.95. They're probably cheaper at the Fit store, but I was ordering, and, you know, it was convenient. There we go. Yeah. It's got a nice fine point on it and good flow. I like this pen. So, there's that one. Does not bleed through paper. Is that what it said? I don't know which lines were this one. Oh, telling the truth. Some of these others kind of bleed through. I'm really surprised they didn't bleed through more because this paper is so thin. But yeah, okay. There's that one. And we've just got a couple left. There's the Pilot oil-based twin marker. Double-sided, extra fine and fine. This was $2.25. So most of these are in the $2, $3 range. I splurged on a couple of $4 things this time. But in general, I usually don't pay more than, you know, $3 for a drawing pen. Okay, the Pilot twin marker. That feels just kind of like a felt tip pen, maybe. It's a hard nib. And then this side has got the little fine point, you know, like a fine point. So that's new to me. And then this one is the Pilot name marker, double-sided, extra fine, $2.50. So it was just a different double-sided one. And it feels a little different than the last one. Similar, but a little different. Yeah. Okay, looks good to me. So, I've got me some new drawing pens and stuff to play with. Oh, okay. Alright, these. I wanted these. I don't have any of these, and I've really not seen them in the stores. They are a Sharpie brush tip pen, and this little 4-pack was $6 in the Fashion 4-color set. They're just a regular Sharpie brush tip. I have some of those Sharpie, what do they call them? Stain markers. I think they marketed for fabric. Okay, those are some good markers. I really like those. Let's see what these are all about. Oh, it's just a soft brush tip. Those are nice. I like the way they feel. They feel good on the paper. Okay, those are going to be fun. Let's see how this held up to a Sharpie, because they bleed through everything. Oh, yeah. Pretty good. It didn't go through to the next page. That's kind of weird, but it bled through good. Alright. And my last purchase, I could not resist these. These are from, it's a Tombow product. The Yo-E water-based crayon 12 color set, $11.75 for the set of 12. I took them to be like a watercolor crayon, which I think they are. And we're going to find out. They have a nice little plastic case. And if I remember right, you when it wears down, you just kind of squeeze this and it squeezes more out. I think that was the thing. I don't remember, but it's kind of pleasing to the eye. And it's almost like, no, it's not deli wrap, it's glassine. Okay, let's pull some pretty colors like this one. And this one. Oh, there's no purple. Kind of a bummer. And let's see how blendy they get. Pretty blendy. Oh, one of my pens was not waterproof. Well, they blended out really well. They didn't leave, you know, lines on the paper. Okay, these are going to be fun. And that's all they are. They're just water-based crayons, watercolor crayons. That's quite a bit of watercolor crayon right there in each one. So, you know, the price is not bad. So, got those little fun things to play with. And I think that concludes this fabulous JetPens haul. The end. Oh wait, I can't go yet. Okay, now the end. And that's why I like to get a